My sister's wedding reception, and the screen displayed infertile, divorced failure, high school dropout, low income, single. People think humiliation is loud. It isn't. It's practiced. It's years of small comments delivered with a smile, disguised as humor so that any objection makes you look sensitive. It's becoming the family anecdote, the cautionary tale, the example. By the time my sister's reception began, I already knew my role. The ballroom was all glass and gold light. My sister looked perfect. Lace sleeves, careful makeup, the kind of confidence that comes from always having someone else absorb the awkwardness. My parents floated table to table like they had personally constructed her happiness. I stood near the back. I had paid for the room. No one knew that. That was fine. I didn't do it for credit. I did it because 3 months ago my father's investment opportunity fell through and the venue threatened cancellation when the final payment didn't arrive. My sister cried. My mother called me, not to ask, just to sigh. I wired the money the next morning under my company account. Quietly. I've always been good at quietly. The slideshow began halfway through dinner. Childhood photos, missing teeth, school plays, applause, laughter. Then the screen changed. Black background, white text, infertile, divorced failure, high school dropout, low income, single. My full name underneath. For half a second, people thought it was part of the program. Then someone laughed. My sister turned toward me with a grin that didn't quite hide anticipation. "Don't laugh too much," she called toward her bridesmaids. "She might cry." My mother sipped her wine. My father chuckled. "Just a joke, right?" The room relaxed into it. Safe cruelty. Group permission. I felt something familiar rise in my throat. The reflex to smile it off. To prove I was easygoing. To make them comfortable again. Infertile. That one was medical. Private. I told my mother after my second surgery because I thought honesty might buy tenderness. Divorced failure. That one was complicated. I left a man who liked me smaller. High school dropout. True. I left at 17. Low income. That one used to be true. Single. That one was peaceful. I stood very still. Humiliation depends on movement, on reaction, on someone shrinking. I took out my phone. The DJ kept laughing awkwardly, unsure whether to advance the slide. My sister held her bouquet like a prop. Waiting. I sent one message. Begin. At first nothing happened. Then the projector flickered. The black slide disappeared. The system reset. A murmur moved across the tables. A new screen appeared, not flashy. Just a clean document header. Corporate account summary. My company's name. Below it, line items. Grand ballroom paid in full. Catering paid in full. Floral design paid in full. Lighting and AV paid in full. Each invoice timestamped. Each transfer confirmation attached. The date of final payment circled in yellow. 3 months ago. A whisper spread, different this time. Not amused. Calculating. The venue manager, a woman in a tailored navy suit, stepped beside the sweetheart table. Her voice carried clearly through the microphone. "For clarification," she said calmly, "this event is contracted under Ellis Creative Holdings. The account holder is present this evening." Her eyes found me. Authority doesn't shout. It verifies. My father stood up halfway, confusion replacing humor. "What is this?" The manager continued, professional and unhurried. "We were instructed to display documentation if requested by the account holder." Requested. I hadn't asked for spectacle. I had asked for correction. My sister's smile faltered. Not dramatically, just slightly, like a mask that no longer fit the angle of her face. The DJ lowered the volume completely. Silence in a ballroom feels heavy, like fabric. I walked forward, not fast, not hesitant, just steady. The floor felt solid under my heels. I didn't look at the screen. I looked at my sister. "You can remove the slide," I said evenly. "And you can apologize. Not for the words, for the assumption." She swallowed. "It was a joke." I nodded. "Then this is paperwork." A few guests shifted in their chairs. Someone coughed. My mother stood now, voice sharp with embarrassment. This is unnecessary. I met her gaze. So was that. No one was yelling. That was the strangest part. The absence of volume made everything clearer. The manager waited, hands folded. Legally, I could have canceled the remaining services. I could have stopped the bar, the cake, the music. I didn't want destruction. I wanted boundary. I will transfer the contract to you, I said to my sister. As soon as you correct the screen and acknowledge that I am not a punchline. Her jaw tightened. Pride is a stubborn reflex. The room watched her. Not me. Her. That was the shift. For the first time, she was the one being measured. She reached for the microphone. The feedback squealed softly. This was in poor taste, she said, each word pressed thin. I'm sorry. It wasn't warm. It wasn't heartfelt. It was public. It was enough. The screen went dark. The manager checked her tablet. Transfer received, she said after a moment. Simple. Final. Music resumed slowly, uncertain at first. Conversation returned in patches. No one laughed. I didn't wait for cake. As I walked toward the exit, my father called my name. Not angrily, not kindly. Just unsure. I didn't stop. Outside, the night air was cooler than the ballroom. My hands trembled slightly now that no one could see them. Not from fear. From release. There was no triumph swelling in my chest. No cinematic satisfaction. Just steadiness. For years, I believed endurance was maturity. That absorbing humiliation made me strong. Didn't. It made me predictable. Tonight wasn't revenge. I didn't expose secrets. I didn't humiliate her back. I corrected the record. There will be consequences. Holidays will feel different. My mother will frame this as overreaction. My sister will tell people I embarrassed her wedding. Maybe I did. But the contract had my name on it. And now the room knew it. Some power shifts loudly. This one shifted because I stopped accepting the script. I got into my car. My phone buzzed twice, messages I didn't open. For the first time in a long while, silence felt chosen. Not assigned.